Hi. Thank you for attending today's reading. Let's begin. Hey guys, so this one time I was at the mall and I'm blind and can't see. I was feeling the close. Then this guy was bent over. I accidentally touched his ass. I was like whoa, and he jumped so far away from me. My mom was like, Sophie, come here, and grabbed my arm. Lol, I didn't mean to do it lol. 15 comments. Share. Save. Hide. Report. 97% upvoted. End of story. Next story. A lie that came out to be true. 8 comments. Share, save, hide, report. 99% upvoted. End of story. Next story. The day my dad stole my cat because he was lonely. So this is a story that took place a few years ago. Growing up, my dad always insisted we couldn't have pets, but eventually gave in and let us have one cat, Mickey, who we had for 19 years and to whom my dad was very attached. Mickey died a number of years ago and my dad hadn't had a cat since. Then, a few years back, I had to go on a business trip for work. I was going to be gone for a week and my cat, Bunny, is quite elderly, so I asked my parents to look after the cat while I was gone. My parents agreed and I went on my trip. A week later, I return and pick up my cat and go about my normal life as usual. Until about 3 days later when I get home and realize I can't find my cat. She doesn't come when called, or greet me at the door like usual. So I look around. The cat isn't in the closet, cupboards, or under the bed. The door was locked. The windows are closed, and no matter how much I look for the next hour or so, I can't find my cat. So I start to panic. What if the cat crawled somewhere to die? She's old after all, 17. And maybe I should look again. I look again. Still can't find the cat. Not sure what to do. I call my parents, frantic, to tell my stepmom that my cat is missing. After listening to me panic for a few minutes, she sheepishly informs me that the cat is at their house. Mind you, I live 10 miles from my parents and could not fathom how the cat got there. So I ask her how the heck the cat got to their house. At which point she informs me that my dad really likes my cat. So much so, in fact, that he got lonely without her. Went to my house and took the cat home. I couldn't even be mad. My dad and I have a good relationship. So I had her put him on the phone. My dad, in his early 70s by the way, pleads if they can keep the cat overnight because he misses her. I give in. I agree the cat can stay overnight. But I'm going to come pick her up in the morning. In the morning I drove over to visit my dad and pick up the cat. And there he is. In his slippers. In his favorite armchair. Petting the cat, and the cat is absolutely soaking it up. My dad informs me how good my cat is. How much he really likes her. And tells me that if I ever didn't want to keep her, I could give her to him. I felt bad. But I took the cat home. My dad frequently calls me to check how the cat is and asks about her every time I visit. Luckily, a stray cat recently had kittens in his backyard and he informed me that they had decided to keep one. A week later Dad decided they would keep all the kittens. They have 4 cats now. And Dad named every last cat himself and frequently emails me to tell me how they are. End of story. Next story. I slept through a burglary. 19 comments. Share, save, hide, report. 98% upvoted. End of story. Next story. Desecrated my friend's bathroom while on acid. This happened years and years ago, but I still think about it frequently and thought I'd share this beautiful story. It all started when we were 15 getting hands on some acid. We tried the same acid tabs a few weeks beforehand but did not feel anything, so we expected the same for this trip. But no, we got absolutely destroyed. After we took it, we smoked some weed in his shed and we realized we were fucked when we both tripped over a box at the same time. Only to realize that there was no box and we were walking on a perfectly normal floor with no bumps or anything. I'm still amazed at how that happened to this day. So we get back into his room and I'm staring at the wall. My body feels extremely disproportionate and the visuals are completely overtaking my vision. I start hearing monkeys howling and trees in the wind even though the house was silent. It felt like I was in a forest. I lie down on his bed listening to music while he is in his closet doing whatever he was doing. When I'm on his bed, I get the amazing idea to see what trying to come feels like. This is where it all went wrong. I waltz my way downstairs and into his bathroom. I go at it for like an hour. My friend didn't check on me once or anything because he was too gone to even notice. It finally happens and I clean up and go to flush the toilet. I'm watching the toilet flush because I'm completely mesmerized by it. But suddenly I start to see the water rise. I brush it off as me just being too high. Well, the water starts overflowing and I get sent into a complete fucking panic. In my mind there's water spraying all over the walls and ceiling. There's shit flying all over the fucking room and the sound of water pouring from the toilet is as loud as a waterfall. I panically scurry around his house looking for paper towels and I found a whole roll. But instead of taking the whole roll, I took 2 squares. I return to the bathroom and water is still pouring out. This toilet cannot be stopped. At this point the washroom is submerged in like a 1/4 inch of cum water and I start viciously soaking up the water with 2 squares of paper towels. The paper towels got waterlogged instantly, so now all hope is lost. The toilet stops overflowing. Then a strong sense of peace overtakes me and everything just goes completely silent. I stand in the doorway looking at what I caused. The 2 pathetic paper towels floating in my cum water and the worst of it all. The toilet of shame. I stand there for what seemed like eternity and just took it all in. Even though I knew I did a terrible thing. It was the most peace I've ever felt. I continued standing in the doorway contemplating what to do. Then I decided to go get help from my friend. I told him I just went pee and the toilet sparsed out on me. He walked into the doorway and saw my 2 paper towels and laughed. He then walked into the washroom filled with my cum water with no shoes on to go turn some plumbing knobs by his toilet or whatever TF they were. When he walked in, I just got that sinking feeling. I was watching my best friend walk around in my cum. We get some real towels and eventually soak up all the water, then we continue our night and enjoy the acid. Well, he was enjoying the rest of his trip. But I just felt dirty and couldn't take my mind off what just happened. I started to question if all of that was even real. It was so intense it just all felt like a blur. I go onto my phone a few hours later and see photos of the bathroom I forgot I took. Forever cementing what I did. I never told him. Edit. After reading a comment, I thought I would clarify one thing. We didn't see the box. We just thought the box was there. Like how you subconsciously step over something you've tripped over many times. We tripped because we tried to step over something we thought was always there but never was. End of story. That is all for today. If you want to support my automated channel, feel free to drop a like and subscribe. See you tomorrow.